Take one, scene one, Bethel, UCC, Kansas City.
Woo! How are you? We are so excited. This special day, we got a special song for you. So here goes. Okay, jingle bells.
Yeah.
Chat, cook, pray, laughing all the way. Merry Christmas, one and all. We're glad you're here today. Woo! It's exciting. And guess what? I'm cooking, and she's not.
Hey, who's bringing us today?
What?
Well, we need to say who's this show is brought to us by.
Oh, well, you said it when you snapped that thing.
Well, yeah.
The show is brought to you by Bethel United Church of Christ, where no matter where you are on life's journey, you're always welcome here. We're at 4900 Parvin Road, and we are still doing online worship, so watch us Christmas Eve. We'll have our Christmas Eve service on YouTube at 5:30 for you to watch at your convenience. So I just wanted you all to know that. So we're going to get started. I am doing a Christmas wreath egg brunch thing, okay? And I'm going to scramble my eggs. Marty told me to wait and scramble my eggs after we started. So that's what I'm doing. And I wanted to do it earlier, but no.
Well, I wanted her to know that you really can cook. I mean, I think you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I have hope.
Yes. I have hope too.
Well, I hope so, because we're going to be eating this stuff, so you better do a darn good job.
Darn good job. But this is that special brunch, and it'll look like, I think, a Christmas wreath when I get done.
Okay. And if we have problems with buffering today, we're really sorry, but we're having some connection issues. Issues, really serious issues, but we're trying. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about some original Christmas customs.
Okay.
And the Christmas tree. In practically every civilized country, the Christmas tree is an important part of the holiday season, and many nations claim the honor of having had the very first one. Regardless of the claims, Germany introduced the symbol. There's a statue of St. Boniface standing in the old town of Altenburg, since he is the one behind the idea.
Pepper, no salt.
Pepper, no, very good. No salt. You'll have it in that bacon you're putting in there.
It in the other
and
stuff
the cheese.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't salt it.
Okay. Research proves that in the old days, primitive man regarded trees as hiding places of spirits, whom they worshipped as gods. They held ceremonies in their honor, placed gifts beneath their branches, and the more powerful they considered the god, the more precious their sacrifices. Occasionally, one of their own number was chosen as a human offering.
Wow.
When the pagans wished
they wouldn't be able to carry me to burn me or whatever they were going to do.
Well, yeah, could have been. Well, you know, those pagans, especially if they wanted an extra favor from their god they were worshiping.
You know those pagans.
Yeah. The transition of the tree from a pagan to a Christian symbol is based upon legend. All things are based on legend.
I know, but I love to hear the different stories.
Yes.
They're always
This
good.
one, according to the story, an 8th century missionary working among the Hessians, I believe those are Germans, came upon...
Those might be elves.
Could be. Came upon some natives who were preparing a human sacrifice to the thunder god Thor, whom they believed was in a large oak tree. Ooh. That reminds me of a walnut tree.
While we've left him in a large oak tree, I have chopped up a half of green pepper and a half of a red pepper. And now I'm adding that into the scrambled egg mixture.
Okay, St. Boniface, sometimes called St. Winfrid, had come from England to teach Christianity to the pagans, so was greatly shocked by what he saw. Just as the youth was about to be killed, the missionary raised his arm and ordered the ceremony stopped, frightening the heathens with a stern tone and appearance. The Christian then ordered the pagans to chop down the thunder oak, which they did in sheer terror. The majestic tree fell to the ground with a thunderous roar, revealing for the first time a young fir tree growing beneath the branches of the fallen oak. How it happened to grow there, no one knows. The legend claims that it sprang up miraculously.
It's a
When they
miracle.
saw it, the superstitious natives were awed and amazed. Pointing to the straight little fir, the earnest missionaries suggested to the wide-eyed pagans that they accept this as a symbol of Christianity, which, surprisingly, they did. Wow.
That's
It
neat.
never worked for you that way.
Okay, no, hold on. I've got to open this. Okay, what I have here, you all, let me show you, is I've started putting the crescent rolls into a ring. And I've used one can. They tell you to use two, but there's not enough room, but I'm going to go ahead. I got to open it like this. I'm not violent.
Ha!
There, see?
Oh, that was better than
That
the
was
first time
better
you
than
did
the
it.
first time. I kept beating to open it. Okay, so now we're opening this other can of crescent rolls. And I can't believe that it just doesn't take 2 full cans, even though that's what they say. But by the time you squish them together and make them a circle, it
Don't-
just
You're
don't work.
vicious.
Okay. You keep the crescent rolls in a rectangle, okay? So you don't take them off like little triangles. And then, I don't know if you can see this, let me move that aside. Okay, then you take the edges and you push them back down so they're connected. And then somehow you gotta make a rectangle a circle, which is weird. Did you try putting it on you said the signal looked stronger on the
Well, it was.
iPad. There we are, we're back.
We're back.
Okay, so now I'm putting the last rectangle into this wreath. So it's round, kind of. I'm trying to make it round. There we go. And I started the one earlier. I'm gonna pull it out, because now what we gotta do, closest to the circle, is where we add our egg. Okay?
You're ripping a hole in that.
No, they all have holes.
Well, yeah, but
And what I might do on this one is squeeze it together a little bit.
no.
It doesn't hurt it to have a hole.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, what I do now is I take the egg with the peppers in it and I lay it starting close to this inner circle here, because you're going to bring the rest of that over the top of it.
I'm glad you're doing this and not me.
I know, I bet you are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You gonna lick your fingers?
I will not lick my fingers.
Oh, come on.
I will not.
Uh-huh.
So this is just so cheery
It's
because
pretty.
it's got the red and green for Christmas.
You dropped some.
I did drop some, but I'll leave that there. And then we put it all around the wreath. And then I'm hoping that I've got enough dough. If I don't have enough dough to go over the top, then I'll just add some of these two that I didn't use. So this makes a great little brunch. It's fun. And you know what? As long as it tastes good,
Kathy,
that's the big thing.
well, Dim McKim said Merry Christmas, and Kathy Keaton said Merry Christmas, and I've missed some of the others, but
Okay, but we wish them all a Merry Christmas.
it looks like Kathy Harms is watching, Elaine McDuff, and 3 others or something.
Okay,
It's kind of hard to read.
I know. It's weird changing roles like this.
Yeah, I'd prefer making fun of you instead of you making fun
But
of me.
see, what you've noticed is, I have not made fun of you. I don't
Not-
do that.
No, but I like doing it.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
let's see.
all of this egg goes in this little thing.
Wow, that's a lot of egg.
It is. There's only 6 eggs whipped
Only.
together
Whipped.
and made to look scrambly.
There's a little place over here that looks a little thinner.
Okay. And I'll put the last little spoonful right there. Okay. Right here? Where do you say?
Yeah.
Here?
Right there. Yeah, you
Okay.
got it.
All right. Now what you do is you take bacon, 8 slices of bacon chopped up.
8.
that I did ahead of time, and you sprinkle the bacon on the wreath, on the eggs. Okay, here we go. Did we happen to mention we have a special guest today?
Oh, we didn't mention that.
We didn't mention that.
But we do have
We
a
do
special.
have a special guest.
Yes, yes, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a surprise.
Well, it could be,
Yeah,
but I was gonna tell them if any of the kids are home,
they might want to.
they might wanna,
Well, it looks like we have a lot of adult kids watching today.
well, yeah. And that's good.
Adult
Okay,
kids.
so bacon, 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 bacon. There it is, all done, right there. Now, if we buffer again, I'm sorry. Okay, now you take, it says a half cup of cheese, or a cup of cheese, so you just
Yeah.
kinda guess there. And you put that over the top of the bacon.
Now, when we had this before, you
I
didn't
didn't.
put bacon in there?
No, cause I made special bacon, I made the sweet
I told you you
maple
could have,
bacon.
I told you you
No.
could have done both.
No, I don't.
There's
do both.
never, it's
There's-
never not enough
You're
bacon.
saying there's always room for bacon.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Lots of
so
room for
here's the
bacon.
thing. Now, this is what's gonna be difficult.
Difficult?
Trying to get the sides, and you've gotta bring it all the way around, cause you've gotta hook it to, and I've put parchment paper. I've got parchment paper, because that makes it easier. No,
Oh.
it's not hooking. Hold on, I gotta get this out. Hook, hook. Okay.
Kind of like cook, chat, and pray.
Cook, chat, and pray.
Yeah, well, I think you gotta pray that works.
I think I got it too close to the
look,
edge.
You
That's,
did.
you can do,
Look, you got a hole over
That's
there.
okay, you can have holes in it. It promised me you can have holes in it.
Oh, it did. I didn't see that in the recipe I
Well,
typed up.
I did. I found it.
You found it. Where'd you find it?
I
In
don't
a
know.
nightmare story of how.
Hold on.
You know, is this
I'm
gonna
busy right now.
is this gonna turn out like those chocolate covered bananas, frozen
Hey,
bananas?
those were good. You just never were a banana person.
Well, I like banana chips.
I know, you wanted me to do nuggets or
I
something.
did. Oh, look at
Now
that.
look at me, you got me all flustered. Okay, hold on.
This is a craft. You know, you're not good at crafts.
I'm not good at crafts. I need Andrea here. Andrea Burka needs to be doing this. She would have a special touch and she'd make this
Oh,
look
it
like
looked
it
beautiful. It looked perfect.
was.
All she'd have to do is just look at it and it would command.
I know, it would command beauty.
It would.
Okay, so here I go.
Well, at least you
I'm
got
coming
extra.
around the mountain.
Coming around the mountain. There she goes. Woo, woo. God, this is most entertaining.
I bet it is, and this is exactly what I thought would happen as I tried to do this. Okay, I think I got too much stuff in there.
Well, I'd make my own comment, but I won't.
No, do not.
But I can just tell you, I don't want to entertain
Hold on.
myself that much.
I'm
Yeah,
going
ha.
after it.
Uh-huh.
This is what, oops.
For
I tell
those
you
of you
what.
at home, it's dangerous in this kitchen.
It is dangerous in this kitchen, but I'm adding an extra piece
Uh-huh.
because I gotta hook this.
Well, and you got a hole on next to the one next to you. You can't even see that one yet. It's
Not
got
yet.
an issue. Youth. Oh, look
It
at
better
this.
be nice to me. It better cook up and look like it's beautiful.
Well, it will. I'll take my glasses off and it'll look good.
If everybody
Now,
will just
look at
trust,
there-
believe
Look at.
Believe in the magic of Christmas.
That's not magic.
Oh, hush. Okay. So,
Was that in the instruction?
hey, I think that's why they had you have so much extra. Because, whoops. I'm telling you what, you all. You're going to love it. But it does not.
Were you supposed to do an egg wash over the top?
Yes, I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay. I was
I'm
just checking.
still cooking.
No, you're still making a
I'm
mess.
still hooking or attaching. What's that? Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
I don't either. Oh, there's a hole back there.
You said it didn't make any difference. You can have one.
Oh gosh. Okay, you all, hold on. I think it's about done. Some of you who have better luck.
If nothing else, else, you can do this as entertainment on Christmas morning.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
glad that I'm not saying bad words.
Well, did you at home when you made it the first
No,
time?
no, it was, I don't know why it didn't, I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, I need a little, well, there's a little bit of water. You gotta make it wash. So, now, here I go. Little egg wash.
Okay.
There's my fork. I had a fork here.
Well, look in the little bin there. There should be one in there. Aha.
Okay, so now, act like this looks perfect.
It does. It does. I stood clear across the room and it looked beautiful.
Does it?
Yeah. Get about 10 feet away, it looks even better.
Here's the thing, y'all. People are gonna eat it so quickly, they won't even know what it looks like.
Well, especially if you cut it up and serve it without them seeing it.
I am going to do that. No, now after this, here's what's gonna happen now, you guys. I am taking this down to the oven downstairs. Hopefully I won't fall down the steps and drop it.
You can always take the elevator.
But it is round. That's
That's a
That's a
miracle.
plus. Okay, now you do the wash. Washy, washy, washy.
Mm-hmm.
There. Okay. Looking better all the time.
Now, my dog Benny likes it when we have this egg wash and there's stuff left over and I cook it for him.
Oh.
And he likes it. And
You're too good.
Today is his 17th birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Benny.
Yes, he's hanging in there. He went with me on a walk last night to see the Christmas star, which I took pictures of.
Oh, yeah, I saw those pictures. Those were great.
And then we even caught the one.
And then, yeah, I hear Randy had the camera and didn't even know, but when he took the camera, a shooting star went across the sky.
Yeah, it looked like it was just this blinding flash of light. It's really cool.
Okay, now, what I'm saying to you is, I think that this recipe is very forgiving, and when I bring it back, you guys are going to accuse me of trading it off someplace and one that was already baked perfect, but it won't be.
Well,
it'll be this one.
There's one in the oven downstairs.
No, there is not. Now, you think I would do this twice in one morning? No way. So here, I'm going to hold it back from you.
Don't dump it.
I won't dump it. But look, it looks okay.
I think
That's not a real endorsement.
It looks okay.
I'm heading down to cook this wonderful dish. And Marty is going to continue reading. And are you going to introduce our guest while I'm gone?
Yes, I will.
So when I get back, I'll have a guest here.
Yes, you will have a guest here.
Thank you.
I think they're going to pop in, even if we don't have a chimney.
All right.
Now I'm going to just finish up real quickly the story about...
Why don't you stand in front of them? Yeah, good idea. Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay, this is cool. Okay, so after St. Boniface got them to agree to accept the Christmas tree, said, "This little tree, a young child of the forest, shall be your holy tree tonight. It is the wood of peace, for your houses are built of fir. It is a sign of endless life, for its leaves are evergreen. See how it points to the heaven? Let this be called the tree of the Christ child. Gather about it, not in the wild woods, but in your homes. There it will shelter no deeds of blood, but loving gifts and rites of kindness." At the missionaries' command, the natives uprooted the fir tree, carried it to the banquet hall, where it was looked upon as a symbol of everlasting life. In later years, the fir, the Orthodox tree, was lighted by small candles representing the light of the world, and gifts placed at its base to represent God's gift to the world of his Son. So that's the exciting story of one version of why we have a Christmas tree. Now, we also have another surprise for you, and you're going to see what it is. Whoops, when I get to the right side of the camera here.
Oh, good evening. Good evening, good afternoon. It's Santa. I'm delighted to be here with Marty and Pastor Karen. What fun, what fun, what fun. And I think that's about perfect right
Oh,
there.
good. You know, your camera person sometimes is a little lacking.
Not a problem. I'm, as usual, it's tough to see out of all of this, through all of this. But I do have some special Santa reading glasses. Which,
Well, I'm going to tell a little bit about the story of Saint Nick before we have Santa. You know, I think
why don't you
Santa.
come Robert over here, bring a chair.
Well, yes, I
Okay,
probably.
that'll
Well,
work.
actually, this will work. Do I have to stand that close to you, Santa? I haven't been that good, you know.
Take a step back, I know that.
I know, I haven't been that good, and I haven't tried. Okay, the story of good Saint Nick. For many centuries, good Saint Nick, Saint Nicholas, or Santa Claus to American children, the patron saint of young people, has been associated with Christmas and gifts. His name, originally from the Latin Sanctus Nicholas, has had various forms, including the German Sant Nicholas, Dutch Sinterklaas, finally becoming our modern Santa Claus. Although it is customary to regard him as a myth, there actually was a real Saint Nicholas,
Of course.
an early Christian bishop who lived during the 4th century. It was because of his unusual generosity that our ideas of the modern saint have developed. Nicholas, the only child of wealthy Christian parents, was born at the close of the 3rd century, perhaps about 280 at Patra, a port in the province of Lycia in Asia Minor. Early in his childhood, his devout mother taught him the scriptures. When both parents died during an epidemic, they left the young boy in possession of all their wealth. Young Nicholas dedicated his life to God's service and moved to Myra, chief city of his province. There, after the death of their bishop, members of the council balloted unsuccessfully for some time, trying to choose a successor. Finally, in a dream, the oldest official was told to stand the next day at the cathedral door and select as the new bishop the first man named Nicholas who entered. When the young Christian went to the church as usual for morning prayers, he was asked his name, and soon afterward he was selected by the council and consecrated to the high office. Nicholas, because of his youth, tried to refuse the position, but he was overruled. Our well-known and popular Christmas poem, honoring the saint, A Visit from St. Nicholas, was written by Dr. Clement C. Moore, who taught in a theological seminary in New York. His verses popularized the new conception of Santa Claus driving his 8 reindeer over the rooftops. It is said that Dr. Moore had heard a Dutch friend, a short, stubby, chubby man with long white beard, telling stories about the saint. No doubt the author drew inspiration for his noted descriptions of St. Nicholas from him. On December 22nd, 1822, Dr. Moore read the poem to his children for the first time. A visitor in the home was so delighted with the stanzas that she copied them, and the next year she had the poem published in the Troy, New York Sentinel. At once it became very popular, but the author apparently thought it was somewhat beneath his dignity, for he did not include the verses among his printed works until years later. After his death, on several occasions, Dr. Moore was honored on Christmas Eve at a chapel near his burial place. At these memorial services, there was a Bible reading followed by a tableau and carols. Oh, Pastor Carol would love that part. Then a procession of children carrying lighted candles made its way to his grave. Clement C. Moore's description of St. Nicholas was read in all parts of the country, and our modern Santa Claus was further developed when the well-known cartoonist Thomas Nance pictured him in Harper's Illustrated Weekly in 1863 in a red fur-trimmed suit. Nast, a native of Bavarian, Germany, remembered Peltz Nicole, Nicholas with the fur. Oh, look at this, you got fur. Of his childhood, who brought presents during the Civil War. The cartoonist cheered the Union soldiers and their families when he patriotically depicted the saint in a red, white, and blue outfit with his sleigh and reindeer, visiting the soldiers at their camp and giving them holiday gifts. So, Santa Claus,
That's a wonderful, wonderful background.
would you read us the story
Oh,
of
I'd
the
be
night
delighted.
before Christmas?
This would be my pleasure. Ah. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plumps danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now, Dasher, now, Dancer, now, Prancer and Vixen. On, Comet, on, Cupid, on, Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. A bundle of joys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. Laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team, gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Oh, Santa, that was great. I'm going to stand over here because I'm going to ask some questions. I'm not, Santa, whoops. Oh, there. Where?
She did it again. She's mugging the camera.
But anyway, while that marvelous wreath is cooking downstairs, I want to ask you some questions, Santa.
Of course.
So I know sometimes people don't like to get asked this question, but can you just share with us how old you are?
Oh. History would show that this year, and I may have forgotten because of the length of history, But this year I should be 1,750 or 1,751 years old.
You're timeless. That's what you are. You're ageless, right? That's what I love about you, Santa, because you are just part of who we are. Generosity and giving and love, and so I've just 1,700 years or 50 or 60. That's amazing. So during this time, 1,700 years, how many elves do you have?
Oh gosh. The last inventory we had for this year was 110,000. Now that's up from 2018 where we had 96,000.
Wow.
But as the world's population has grown, of course, the North Pole has to grow with that
Right.
in order to keep up the productions.
I can't even imagine.
You ought to see my food bill.
And that food bill for the elves does not include what it costs to feed the reindeer. And I had a question about reindeer because I just wanted to know, are all reindeer boys?
Well, no, not all reindeer are boys, but Santa's reindeer that pull the sleigh
Yeah.
are all females,
That is shocking news.
including Rudolph.
And so she would even do Rudolphina maybe, but they call her Rudolph. That is too
To
neat.
keep up with tradition.
Okay, so
Now,
why is that?
Anytime you get above the Arctic Circle
Uh-huh.
in the world, in our world, you get
Right.
above the Arctic Circle, male reindeer lose their antlers in December and January.
Okay.
Starting November, December, January. So any reindeer that are depicted pulling Santa's sleighs are actually women.
Okay.
The ladies do a wonderful job.
And they don't have any antlers in reality.
Yes.
Way they're
The male-
depicted they
the
are.
male
But they
reindeer-
doesn't have any male.
The male
Yeah.
reindeer do not have antlers November, December, and January.
Okay.
But the female all do.
But the females
oh, the
don't.
females have antlers.
The
Yes.
females keep their antlers.
There you go. I was so confused. Okay, now I got it.
Yeah,
The
they're
females have antlers, males don't. So if it was males pulling your sled,
They
they
would
would
have no
not have
antlers.
antlers
In December.
in December. Got you. I've learned so much. Now I've got to run down and I got to get my wreath. So Santa, thanks for visiting us.
My
It's
pleasure.
so great to have you here.
Here, I'll go down and get that because Santa's got something for you.
Okay, if the timer's not gone off, it was set for 17 minutes, but it might be done early, so go ahead and take it out. And we're buffering. Okay,
Oh, you know what? You were right. It should have been.
I think on the other side.
Yeah, you're better.
That
You're better.
balances
It's
this out
backwards,
more.
isn't
Okay. All right.
it? Okay,
So
well.
what's going on here?
Well, not a heck of a lot, but,
What is this?
oh, well. Santa's been busy,
Santa's been busy. I
and Mrs.
guess.
Claus as well.
Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful necklace. Oh, I gotta thank the elf that made this. That, if I could open it up. Come here, little thing, I can't get you open. How cool is that? Well, Santa,
Just,
that's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I feel like an Egyptian princess. I have to put it on. I'm gonna put it on. Beautiful. There, I've got it on. And then there's also a beautiful bracelet that goes with it. Well, I have to say, this is just too beautiful for words. Oh, and there's even earrings, for Pete's sakes. There's the other one. Well, that's amazing. That is amazing. Here's There's my beautiful bracelet. Looky there.
Well,
Santa, thank you.
little stuff, not a big deal.
Wow, it's
Just, you know.
gorgeous. It's very pretty. And then another time I'll put in my earrings. Right now, I would probably mess it up. Well, Santa, I'm so glad you came and visited us.
Well, it's been my pleasure.
Because, you know, we have you every year for our children, and this year, because that we weren't able to have our service with the kids here in the building, they miss seeing you. So
Well, I miss being
now,
with them too.
those of you that are watching, you can show this again to your kids, because Santa, I know, wishes them Merry Christmas. Just whatever you want to say to our kids at Bethel, just share it out there.
I see Terry is watching. Hi, Terry. And actually, I think this has your name on it as well.
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
Yeah.
What is this
Isn't
stuff?
this scary?
Yes. I swear. Cooking is what happens when you care about people. How sweet is that? Oh, and it's all kinds of seasonings. It's those Pinsy spice. Oh, I gotta do it over here. Pinsy spices. Wow. How neat is that? Okay, I'm gonna put that. And it is true. Cooking is what happens when you care about people. Because I tell you what, Marty and I care about you all very, very much. And it's great to share these things with you.
Hi, Terry. I'm seeing your message now.
Oh, can you see it? Good for you, Santa. Your eyes are better than ours. And here is a mug.
Yeah.
How
A mug for your mug.
A mug for my mug. Choose love. What a message. I'm going to go over here. Choose love. How neat is that? Thank you, Santa. Now you need to wait. I don't know what's taking Marty so long. That kind of scares me. Because then I start thinking, what's happened to the wreath? Is it not cooked yet? Or has it gotten up and walked out of the oven? Because she should have it by now. And I know she'll want to say goodbye too. So if you would help me, Santa, pull the table over here to the center.
Sure, we can
Because
do
we're
that.
going to be sitting there, because I know that you have other places to go and visit, and I don't want to keep you. So I hate that
not a
you're not going to
problem.
be able to eat with us. But
We can do
let's
that.
move that table on over. Okay. Put it back here.
Let's
you.
swap out this
Yeah,
chair.
I'll swap out the chair. That's great. All right. All right. Well, if I don't hear her little elf footsteps pretty soon, I'm gonna. Oh, I hear her little footsteps. Yeah. Here she comes. All right. Where are you? And we might want to turn, because I now I put decoration on it. If we want to turn it around, I guess I can do it on the table there.
Yeah.
Set it on top of this.
Actually, just turn that over the other way.
I think it'd be
No,
better
no.
on top.
No, trust me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. All those terrible holes are not there. How great is that? Okay, I said Santa couldn't leave till you came to say goodbye. And I got presents while you were gone.
You did?
I'm wearing one.
Oh.
Here. Oops. There. There it is. Okay.
You got presents?
Yes, I got a necklace and a bracelet and earrings, and I got Pinsy spices, and I got a beautiful cup.
Well, I
And
guess
so-
that's so you can even cook better.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get much better than that.
Well, these
That's-
did pretty good.
I know. Now
And
I'm going
I didn't even
to.
drop it on the way upstairs.
I wondered what was
It
happening.
started sliding on that parchment paper, so I held on to the parchment paper.
Okay. Let
Oh,
me-
I see you're putting on the
I'm
final
getting the
touch.
final touches here.
Oh.
I'll bring them over there, then we'll sit. You want to get us some?
Santa's leaving.
Santa's
Yep,
leaving.
Gotta go.
Bye, Santa.
You get my gloves over there,
Oh, get him his gloves.
right there.
Give me
Thank
his
you.
gloves. Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
Merry
Santa.
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Thank you for my presents.
There.
That's
You
right.
go.
I'll
Now
go
you
right.
gotta go around.
It's so good to see you.
Ah,
Okay, now I will get that decorated. I'll bring it around there, and while I'm doing that, if you want to get our water, I've got my
Just
cup
wanted
here.
to say goodbye. Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a wonderful holiday. And Rudolph and I are looking forward to a nice trip Christmas Eve. And kids, if you're there, great to see you, and we'll see you soon. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Santa. Oh, wow. What a neat gift that was to have Santa come. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get ready to decorate the wreath. I don't know how, I'm going to get it over in the center further. I'm coming over further. And what I did is I cut up the other halves of the peppers, because you only use half a pepper for the red and half a pepper for the green. And then you've got the other half to cut up and decorate your wreath. And I think you could decorate it with most anything, but this is just the colors. Oh my goodness, I told you it was a forgiving recipe. I
I'm
was
glad you got those.
sure Marty was down there trying to make it look like it did before it baked.
Actually, I went down there and it was not done. It was still kind of white looking.
Oh, okay.
So
So it took more than 17 minutes?
no, it took the set, because I went down there, it had 3 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. All right. So there you have it, folks. A Christmas brunch wreath. So what do you think? We're gonna eat it so we can let you know how good it is, but doesn't it look Christmassy? And it's really not hard. In fact, it's kind of fun to poke around on it, wondering how it's gonna look when you get done. But that is just too neat. Okay, I'm gonna move this over
yeah,
here.
over. Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, they brought napkins upstairs from downstairs.
All right.
Oh,
That
what
was
an exciting day having Santa
I
here.
know. Who would have thunk it?
I know. Okay.
Otherwise, somebody will tell me
Yep.
you didn't say a prayer.
That's right.
Okay, here we go. We're not quite centered, but that's okay. All right. All gracious and loving God, we thank you for this fun day today. We thank you for hearing about the customs of Christmas and how important it is to our life and our memories as we always celebrate Christ's birth. We thank you for the joy and generosity that Christmas brings, and we ask that you put that spirit in us as we come upon this holy time, one where we know Christ's love is now surrounding this world when he comes on Christmas. So thank you again for the love and joy that we were able to share today. Thank you for all those out there watching and all those around the world at this time when we are now finally getting the vaccine. We must still be safe, but it is the beginning, hopefully, of bringing this virus to an end. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. All right. Here I go. Cutting into the wreath. And see, it's all right there. You've got the colors of Christmas, you've got bacon, you've got cheese, you've got eggs. So hopefully it's as good as it should be. There you go. You don't have to eat that pepper if you don't want to. I don't eat peppers.
Well, then why'd you? Oh, well, I guess you did it for decoration.
It's decoration. But some people really like the peppers.
Yeah, yeah. Kathy Hayes likes the peppers.
see how this is.
I'm anxious to see this with the bacon in it and the cheese. The last time you put the cheese
On top of it.
unmelted.
Yeah. Is it good?
And
Yeah.
I like the flaky croissants.
Well, I like any croissants, so
Crescents, I guess they call them
crescents. Yeah, not croissants.
I like the cheese
What a
inside.
great little festive thing. It is good. And actually, those peppers are very sweet, especially the red ones.
Yeah.
But this is just a little holiday treat that you can whip up. You saw how easy it was to whip up. It was just doing the crescent rolls around it that took the time.
Yeah, that was entertaining. Ah,
What an exciting day we've had. That was great. I don't know what you and Santa did while I was away, but I
I read the story of Santa Claus.
okay, I heard some of that. Let's see. Oh, one of the things we were gonna tell you, have we already told them that next week it's gonna be?
No.
Oh.
We're doing reruns next week.
Next Tuesday, we're going to show a, old chat cook and pray. If you wanna put in a recipe that maybe you missed or you'd like to see again, type that in quick and we'll put that into our thoughts as we pick out the one we're gonna show next week. Because we figure with it being the holiday week, people are busy and stuff, and if you wanna see one that you missed, or you can remember what the recipe was you wanna see again, tell us and we will try to find it. Okay? So that's gonna be next week. It'll go on at the same time. It's just that, we won't be here live.
We're gonna take a break. Well, that means I can do some work at home. Shoot, I don't even have any Christmas presents wrapped up yet.
Well, you'll have time to do that, but that's, no you won't, that's next week.
That's
Christmas is over by then.
I know, I've got Christmas Eve to wrap them up though.
All right, you all. Very good. And I'm thinking on this, on this particular recipe, if there's other stuff you wanna put in, you can probably, do some other things in there. As long as you have bacon and cheese, it doesn't matter what you have.
We just use bacon and cheese and no eggs.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. That's right. But you've gotta say, for as terrible a job as I did of covering up the eggs, look at that. It doesn't look that bad. It still
Well,
looks like a
better than-
circle.
No. But I noticed it did change shape as it baked, and because it was rounder when you put it in the oven.
But anyway, we're always looking for stuff we can do that, kind of, I don't know if this would have brought an ooh and an ah when I brought it to the table, but.
Well, it depends, your family might have been excited. Oh, she was home long enough to fix something. Ooh, ah.
Yeah. So, anyway, how great is that? Had our guest. Don't forget Christmas Eve. The Christmas Eve service will be posted at 5:30, and then you can watch it as your schedule allows.
And then Sunday is going to be our Sing Fest of
Our
carols.
Sing Fest. And I have to tell you, we haven't had a lot of people send in what's their favorite carol and why, but we're gonna go with it anyway. I've got a few, and what I'm gonna try to do during the service next Sunday, rather than try to use the chat thing, because the streaming is so bad here
Well, and
in our sanctuary, and we can't read it, because
Yeah.
Marty's filming and I'm too far away. I'm going to have you all text me, and in the bulletin you'll have my phone number. So if you think of a favorite carol and why it's your favorite, we'll just do it on the spot. We've got several carols in the bulletin itself, and a couple of them, at least 3 of them, are ones that have been named as somebody's favorite. So I'll share with you whose favorite it is and why, and we're just going to have a great old time singing carols, because we just didn't seem like there was, since we weren't all together, it just didn't seem like there was enough time to sing carols.
We didn't go caroling.
And we didn't go caroling.
Yeah.
And I really missed that too. So you all, it's been a fun program. We can sing our kazoo thing now. We
Yes,
don't have to sing
hopefully.
Jingle Bells again.
Hopefully I have the right song.
Yeah, that would help.
Hopefully.
So I'm gonna put on my kazoo. Oh, before we go, I got caught on my little fuzzy ball there.
I thought we had a conversation about that
Ah,
earlier.
yes, okay. Well, you'll see my little necklace. I gotta get close so you guys can see this.
Yeah.
This was given to me by my dear friend Linda. Let me go over here. Okay. So here's, it's always backwards. Here's my little box, okay? Look what I can do. I can take off the lid and look what's inside. It's the 3 kings. It's the Magi that's in my little box that I wear around my neck.
Did you suffocate them?
Yeah, they just stand up there so straight. And then the neat thing is, hold on. Oh, get away, little. Oh, got the wrong thing. Here it is. And then the lid just claps right on top. There it is. Okay, just had to share that with you.
Yeah.
I wear that at Christmas time because it was one of the
I've
most
never
fun
seen-
things with kids. Some of the kids, I would show it to them when they'd come into my office and I'd be wearing it and I'd say, come open my box and see what's inside. And here was the Magi.
Wow.
Okay, are we ready?
Well, we will be. Hopefully it's the right one. If not, you'll have to wait a moment.
Okay. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen. I don't think we say amen then. We gotta say Merry Christmas. Are you ready? Lean in, Marty. Merry Christmas! We'll see you later.